Good evening. Read the statement, April 24th, 2025. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. We'll have a salute to the flag and a moment of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So it's caucus meeting. I'll just start here. Right, yeah, definitely.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Item number 1, special use permit, Mill Pond PTA garage sale.
The Mill Pond PTA is seeking permission to host a garage sale event in their school parking lot on June 8th from 9 a.m. to noon with a rain date of June 14th from 9 a.m. to noon. Individuals will be able to purchase a slot to have their own garage sale, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the PTA.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we'll have our Township Committee meeting. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. We'll salute our flag once more and have a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, second reading of ordinance number 2025-07, establishing a cap bank.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank in accordance with NJSA 40A:4-45.14. This is part of our annual budget process. Second reading, open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, motion to close the floor?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second, please.
Second.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 2, Resolution 2025-161, authorizing the budget to be read by title only.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the reading of the budget by title only.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 3, open the floor to public comment on the 2025 municipal budget.
So what I want to do here is, before we go into it, general appropriations of $40,210,665.71. The reserve for uncollected taxes is $1,653,352.29. Total general appropriations is $41,864,018, less the anticipated revenues of $18,930,121.92, and the amount to be raised by taxation to support this municipal budget is $22,933,896.08. What this means on the average assessed home is that the budget will the increase will be reflected on a $300,000 home at about $91 a year. It's a little bit shy of a 3-cent increase on the budget. So we can open the floor to public comment on the budget. Go ahead.
Please.
Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. I hope this was the most merciful budget you can come up with, because we know there is disaster waiting for us at the Board of Education, and we don't know what that disaster will be like, but I'm told that they missed the April 15th deadline to extend the 2% cap to do the 14.24% increase because nobody approved it. So I haven't heard from the county superintendent. I made inquiry myself because I have been after the county and the Commissioner of Education since August of last year for a fiscal monitor, and I don't know what's going to happen, but it's a crapshoot over at the Board of Ed. I just wanted to make sure your budget was as tight as it could possibly be, because this town's getting hard hit. There are for sale signs going up in my neighborhood like you wouldn't believe, and it's people I never thought would leave.
Thank you. Any other comments on this item only?
Seeing none, motion to close the floor?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item number 4, Resolution 2025-162, adopting the municipal budget.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, adopting the local municipal budget of the Township of Lacey for fiscal year 2025.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes, I just want to say something quick is, following this process a little bit, being new at it, Linda and the administration here has really been, you talk about working hard on trying to keep a budget down. And I'm very confident that they really tried to squeeze everything they could out of this. Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. So we're going to deviate just slightly for just a couple of minutes. Today, as all of you may know, there is a press conference with the Ocean County Prosecutor, and that's scheduled for 4 p.m. I'll have some very short comments. I'll exit, and I will pitch then appropriately to Deputy Mayor Stephen Kennis to complete the meeting. But I did feel that it was necessary to just say a couple of short things, and I'm sure my colleagues will, probably by next meeting, we'll have more of a complete picture of what's going on, and we'll have an AAR, what's known in government as AAR, an after-action report as well. So we had a historic fire event here. Several people have texted me and said they've seen me on different media. There's a reason I went on as much media as I did. We had spotty internet. I needed to get a cogent message out there and repeat it in different venues. I did Spanish speaking, did international, Reuters, Fox News. Had to get the word out there. And the last thing you want in a desperate circumstance, or what is perceived by some as a desperate circumstance, is the rumor mill flying and burning, no pun on words. I want to thank some very appropriate people, my colleagues up here who, like me, didn't sleep, worked, went door to door, helped at the shelter. But for the upper echelons of the county, Veronica and I were at the shelter with Ms. Giuliano. And what I will tell you is, having worked the Sandy shelter, I know what it takes to do that. And so the situation is we needed to move that shelter up to Manchester. We couldn't do it alone. So I want to thank publicly the Board of County Commissioners and Sheriff Mastronardi. Every single mayor from all around this state, most every mayor, called me or texted me or offered something. It was text 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. through Office of Emergency Management appropriately, not a text between Pete and some other guy. It was a text through Office of Emergency Management, and there's been mutual aid that we had here from all around the state, all 20 counties. I wrote a lengthy letter for my LaceyTownship.org today thanking each and every individual that texted, called, or emailed me, and I wanted them and their good people in those respective municipalities to know that. What's the blessing? The blessing in all this is, as of today, there's not been one single loss of life. There's not been one single-family home lost structure. And we have mostly timber type created houses here. It's not like Florida where there's a bunch of masonry and stucco and tile roofs. So it's very different over here. We wanted to pay extra attention to our good folks in Pheasant Run. They were seniors. They have special needs. Some of them may be infirm, some of them may be immobile. But for the chief reaching out to people, the fire departments reaching out to people, the communication. We had no loss of structure, single-family home. We had no loss of life. We had no injury. If you could say that after 13,000 acres is burned, then sit down, get down on your knees and pray to the good Lord, because that is truly a miracle, and it's a testament to the work that those men and women did. Nothing that I did, nothing that anyone up here really did, although we did play a vital support role. It's work that they did. So I'm going to head out now. I don't want to be late for the prosecutor. You're in the good hands of our former mayor and a great person here. Everyone up here has been mayor. Thank you to Linda, Peggy Sue, thank you, Veronica, everything. Too many thank yous. I'm going to leave somebody out, and I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Be well, you're in good hands. Thank you. See you next meeting.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
Thank you all. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Been a while since I did this.
So you're rusty? You rusty in this one?
Not nervous. Resolution 2025-163, nope, second reading, Second reading of ordinance 2025-08, amending Chapter 261 entitled Parks.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 261 of the Township Code of the Township of Lacey entitled Parks. This is to increase our recreation campaign from $175 to $200. Second reading, open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
You guys will jump in, Bob, or you guys are going to have to do it. We're short members.
Second.
I can,
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
yes. Resolution 2025-163, supporting Revolution NJ.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, supporting Revolution, New Jersey.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-164, appointing a secretary to the Municipal Alliance Committee.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appointing Ryan Horn as Municipal Line Secretary for the Township of Lacey.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-165, awarding a contract for police vehicle equipment.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Elite Vehicle Solutions for vehicle equipment for a police vehicle. This is for one of the new vehicles that we purchased at the last meeting, and it is in the amount of $20,851.77.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-166, authorizing the release of a performance guarantee.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the reduction of a performance guarantee for ARIA Properties at Paradise Point LLC, conditioned upon the posting of a new performance guarantee. This is at the recommendation of the Township Engineer.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-167, authorizing a refund for a municipal dock slip fee.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the release of monies charged for a municipal dock slip.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-168, authorizing the refund of a building department fee.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of a building department fee issued by the Lacey Township Building Department.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-169, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes. Resolution 2025-170, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills. This is in the amount of $7,170,987.82.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennis?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes from April 10th, 2025.
Move. Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to approve township meeting minutes from April 10th, 2025.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve executive session meeting minutes from April 10th, 2025.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve auxiliary membership in Lenoka Harbor Volunteer Fire Company for Dorothy Bonfanti.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor, if we can go back to item number 13, Resolution 2025-170, ask for a motion of reconsideration. so Mr. McDonald can record his vote again because he
Yeah.
has some abstentions.
I have to abstain on T0035. That's the only one. Thank you.
To recall it, or?
There's a motion to reconsider, so all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and I have a resolution 2025-170 authorizing the payment of township bills. Now we'll have the recorded vote.
You're good?
Roll call. Just do another roll call.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennas?
Yes. Okay, comments from the committee. Committeewoman Juliana.
Thank you,
Deputy Mayor. Truthfully, all I'm going to speak about is, other than the fantastic work done by our volunteer fire companies, along with the many, many towns that came to help, our police, our first aids, we just need to be grateful. We are so fortunate to have no injuries. This is just a wonderful thing with what happened, that our town stood together, and it's just been an outpouring of love from everybody that's come about, talking to us and telling us how they feel so lucky that we are still standing with very little damage, thank God. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Peggy. Committeeman Larray.
Yes, I also want to thank everybody. I mean, Pete did a great job
That's right.
of going over everything, and I just echo his comments. The one thing, I know he had a lot to cover, and he was in a time crunch. There was one building lost in the industrial park, which, as everybody's probably seen, Liberty Garage doors, so our sympathies go out to them as they rebuild and get through this. But you can't say enough of how grateful we are for how quickly, how fast other communities have come to our aid. And the one other agency, which most people don't realize, stepped right up to the plate. Our superintendents of schools had contacted the administration immediately, offered whatever they could. They called out any bus drivers that could get here. They put the buses in use, and they were used for a lot of the evacuation, so we also got to thank them. Like I say, and you can't echo enough of how this was handled. And as we all know, pay attention to the real facts. I don't do Facebook, but I got to look at Facebook today, and now I am reassured why I don't do Facebook. So I will never be on social media. You want to speak to me in person. And just something real quick, I usually mention, the Ocean County Social Services has their outreach mobile. This month it'll be in Lacey Township 4 times. It'll be at the Lacey United Methodist Church from 9:30 to 1 on May 13th and May 27th. And it'll also be at the Ocean Medical Center on the 8th and the 22nd from 9 o'clock to 12. And that's all I have today.
Thank you, Bob. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you. Couple of things. I just want to recognize that this township lost a mayor, and Teddy Hutler passed away a week ago or so. Teddy was a mayor, longtime warden of the jail in Toms River, and lived in Lacey Township and had some businesses in Lacey Township. I just want to make sure we recognize that happened. I too also want to thank all the volunteer firemen that came from out of town down here, put their lives on the line, because that could have been catastrophic, and did what they did. It was absolutely amazing. I was going up to a meeting at the library on Tuesday, and what do I see coming down? Lakewood. And then I get on the Parkway, come back about an hour later, and what's behind me? Woodbridge. And it's just an amazing effort. And back in Superstorm Sandy, there was a saying called Jersey Strong. We proved it again today, this week.
That's right.
And I want to thank the officers who have arrested this young man as quickly as they did. Tragic. I mean, his life is ruined over, well, we don't know what over. but it's ruined. And that's it. And I just want to thank our guys who are still out there fighting that fire. You know, one of the things I picked up when I was watching the press conferences is one of the guys said that there was a forest fire down in Vineland about 3 weeks ago. Okay, it's still burning. It's still burning to today. This fire here isn't going to be out for a while. I mean, they got it under control, but it's going to be here for a while. So I think there's rain supposed to be here coming in on Saturday. So let's hope that's a lot of rain that can put a lot of this stuff out and get these guys out of there. So, Deputy Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I'm going to echo some of these comments. I'm truly grateful and thankful for our volunteer firefighter organizations and our volunteer emergency services. The size and the scope of this fire was matched by the response, both locally and statewide. It was a whole-of-government response, and it's truly something to see, especially when you're on our side of it. It was a lot like COVID. It's like when the government actually mobilizes to do something, they are pretty effective doing it. And again, Peggy touched on it. Is that also thankful that the damage was very limited. There's no casualties. I was getting a lot of texts. I own a building in a business park, and I started getting texts and some videos, and I was getting worried. So I know Veronica's brother was out there the whole time. He has a business out in the business park, and he was out there the whole time, and he was sending me texts and pictures, and it was terrifying. It really is when you see it like that up close and how close it was to the buildings. It was really something to see to see. And again, just truly grateful for all of our volunteers. And those are my comments. And with that, I'll open it up to the public. Does the public have any questions or comments?
Before you start, Regina, one thing I found really interesting, being the first time up here, was the amount of people that we realize around this country, especially while we were down with no electric, the amount of texts and people reaching out from Texas, Indiana, all around this country, realizing Lacey's on fire. And you're like, and they're coming in from all over the country, and you're like, wow, people.
How did they find out?
Yeah, but I found it very, very interesting.
Yeah, I had cousins from Texas and Virginia reaching out to me. It was pretty wild. So I would like to offer my extreme thanks to every police officer and firefighters that came from all over the state. I was up on Route 9. My son and I watched engine after engine after engine come southbound, and all I had was memories of the Berkeley fire. About 20 years ago, those engines were going northbound, northbound, northbound into Berkeley when the Jakes Branch fire jumped the Parkway and into South Toms River. And that was all I could think of. And as I came home, I was away for 2 weeks. I come home at 4, 5 o'clock voluntary evacuations, and I knew the fire had jumped the Parkway, and that was the one thing, I had hoped wouldn't happen. And I was able to see the fire from 40, 45 miles away. I was up in Homedale, and I was able to see the smoke coming south. So there were emergency phone calls made to landlines mostly. And if they had been sent to internet voice lines, no one got any of those calls, because if they had to go through a modem, you don't get a phone call. I just recently connected my phone line back to Verizon copper wire service. I was the only person in my neighborhood with phone service. We had some generators, so some people were fortunate to be able to use the porch outlets on a couple of people that had generators. So we had electricity for cell phones, but there was nothing like getting the calls on the hardwire line. I got 2 or 3, maybe 4 from the police department. I got a couple of calls from JCP&L. Even at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I was getting phone calls. But none of my neighbors were getting those phone calls. So somehow, some way, the police department needs to get cell phone numbers into their system.
You sign up yourself right off of the police department website.
People have
under-
to sign up themselves?
Yeah, so
All
you
right.
go on to the About Us under the laceypd.org. You hit the tab for OEM. All the way at the bottom of that are the links to sign up yourself for the Nixle and the Code Red and all of that. But
Okay.
it's only as good as when the cell towers are up. We had some spotty cell tower coverage during this
Right.
event, too. So you are correct. We've all transferred to this in our lives, and you forget that sometimes if that cell tower is not working, or you have a company that's not as sophisticated as, let's say, AT&T, or sometimes it's spotty in town.
With the Xfinity service, as crappy as it is, and I'm going to say crappy, they know it, Our bill had gone sky high. We are now getting services AT&T, DirecTV without a dish because they now have an internet box. I went back to the copper service for Verizon, $37 a month, worth every penny. And my son is only getting internet now from Xfinity as a new customer with a locked-in price. I advocate for anybody, tell Xfinity to go to hell if you can, because the bill was just
Yes, I agree with you.
unreal. And now we have 3 bills from 3 different companies with more reliable service
Not the same fee.
and less than what we were paying to Xfinity. Xfinity needs to go, but I don't know how you go about bringing in a competitor for
Well,
them.
they have a 25-year contract, and
Oh.
the competitor has to come to us. And the problem with bringing in a competitor is they have to lay new lines. They
Right.
can't use, and nobody wants to invest in that
Verizon
infrastructure.
Fios will not come any
No,
further
they stopped
than
at Tom's
South
River, and that's it.
Yep.
I've talked to them several times.
So when does the 25-year contract expire?
Oh, I think we're only 10 years into it.
Because we've had it the whole 26 years we've been here.
Well, we'll be watching it in the nursing.
I'm
home.
sure with technology and changes in technology, the way it's moving so fast, there's going to be something else out there that won't require the lines. You know, you're going to feed it off of a satellite or something like that. So we're going to see these things change
That's how I think this
rapidly.
TV service
You
works.
won't even
It's-
have cell phones, it'd be a computer chip in your head.
We got
Yeah,
a little
that's what I'm
tiny
afraid of.
box.
They're going to give you a shot.
The AT&T box is only like 2 by 3 inches big. You put it on the back of your TV, and bang, you have TV service. It was amazing. So, whatever we can do to get the police department to just tell people to
They did that in a few of the messages that they put out.
to sign up.
To people that were questioning, how come we don't get anything, we don't get the phone calls, we don't get this, you got to sign up. I mean, we can't go door to door and get all of people's
No,
phone
but I'm
numbers.
glad you're mentioning it now because
Yeah.
people will watch this. Sign up for emergency service calls, please. It's
Yes.
important.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
I'm not even timing it.
Only 3 things. Richard Bidnick, Lacey Citizens. First, not to reiterate what everybody else has said, but I'm going to thank God. Because if the wind hadn't changed, things would be entirely different, and that is out of all of our hands. So not to reiterate the praise of all the other people who did on the ground work, we need to be thankful to the man upstairs.
I said that too.
Oh, God. I mean, I sat literally at my neighbor's house down on the lake, and we watched.
Oh, you could see it right across.
Oh, yeah. And all the cars that were lined up at night, like trying to get out, and you could see the color of the sky right, and we were just wondering what was going to happen. Like, we were up all night long.
Took me an hour to get home from here that night.
And what time did you leave?
I left sometime, I got called to go set up a shelter, but I was not appropriately dressed to go run a shelter. I had heels on, so I had to get home. So I left somewheres probably around 5:15, and it took me an hour to get home.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there was no
And
movement.
that was early, me leaving early that day. But yeah, it was
You
ridiculous.
remember the movie Armageddon?
Yes.
That's what it reminded
Yeah,
me
yeah,
of.
exactly.
On Route 9, that's the way it felt.
Yeah, it was kind of really
Yes,
scary.
it
It was.
was.
I really, I said, if my house goes, I'm leaving.
If that
I think that's
jumped
what
that-
people I
if
was
that
with said
jumped
the
that
same
lake,
thing.
that would've
It was
been-
like, we're leaving.
If that jumped that lake, that would have been pretty scary if it came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have. We were talking about jumping in the lake because we weren't going to leave. So we said, well, if we jump in the lake, we've got the water there, we're protected, right? Okay, so on another note, I want to thank the members of the committee and Veronica and her husband who all came to the meeting at the school that night.
We were all there, I think.
I'm the only one that
Yeah,
wasn't.
she had a previous appointment.
Okay. So I thank you all for coming and taking heed to my calls to pay attention to what's going on. There were a lot of things that happened at that meeting, the students being used, that's the way I look at it. There were people who were taxpayers who could not get a seat. And this happened in the meeting the next night in favor of students. And I mean, the people who pay the taxes are the ones that support the schools. So they should be able to hear all the information that's going on with all of that. So, yeah, it's a big problem. The information that I'm getting is there is no plan. I'm just telling you this right now. There is no plan. They're waiting for, I guess, some kind of interaction from the county. I'm not believing a lot of the information that we're getting, so I'm just going to leave it at that. It's just chaos as far as I'm concerned. please stay involved, because gosh, if our taxes go up by 29%, which is certain things, you won't have a town to be looking after. No, many of us won't be staying here if that were to happen. So you guys need to get more involved and make sure that that doesn't happen. That's the point that I'm trying to make. My other question is, on the budget, Veronica, can you tell me, with the tax increase, what the amount of money that you're taking in from the ratepayers here in Lacey Township, what the actual dollar difference is from last year?
Linda, do you have
Linda,
that?
can you answer that question for me, please?
From your years, 1,406,450.
1,406,000. Okay, thank you very much, and again, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Come on up.
I just repeat everything that
Your name?
everybody else has said. Linda Miller, Forkett River. I do want you to know that I was one of those persons that I didn't know if I was supposed to evacuate. It's good to have people outside of town that can call you on the phone and tell you what's happening in your own house. So I was thankful for that. I live on Glen Oak, and my back property is Sweetwood, and so to look out my back window or stand on my back street, it looked like the fire was just even on this side of the parkway, knowing it wasn't because there's houses right there. But it was unnerving for sure. And I do thank everybody for what they did, and thank you, God, that we're all good. And also thank you for coming to the school board meeting. I was thankful to see everybody there. And I think that's all I have to say right now, but
All right,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Seeing none, I close the floor. Make a motion to close the floor?
Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye. Anything else?
Nope. Motion to
No,
adjourn?
we're good.
We're adjourning?
We're adjourning.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it. Make a motion to close the floor.
We did.
We did.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to
All in
adjourn.
favor?
Motion to adjourn.
Aye.
Aye.
Fill the tape.